Chapter 6, Sloka 31. Ritubhabi, we will do chanting. Sarvabhutas
Sarvabhutas
Thitam Yo Mam
Tam Yo Mam
Bhajatye
Bhajatye
Katvamastitaha
Tattvamastraha
Sarvatha
Sarvata
Vartamanopi
Vartamati
Sayogi
Sayogi
Mai Vartate.
Mayi Vartate
मम्मी म्यूट करो. श्लोका 32. आत्मौ
Atmau
पम्येन
Pamyena
सर्वत्र
Sarvatra
समं पश्यति
Samam Pashyati
योऽर्जुन
Yorjuna
सुखं वा यदि
Sukham Vayadi
वा दुःखं
Adukham
स योगी
Prayogi
परमो मतः.
Paramo Mataha. Thank you.
Shloka 31 meaning Sarva Bhuta Sthita, situated in all living beings. Yaha who mama me bhajati, worship, ekatvam, in unity, asthita, established, sarvatha, in all kinds of, varta, Vartamana, remain, api, although, saha, he, yogi, a yogi, mai, in me, vartate, resides. So here Shri Krishna ji is saying the yogi who is established in union with me and worship me as the Supreme Soul residing in all living beings, then continues to reside in me although engaged in all kinds of activities. So Shri Krishna ji has said here that yogi who sees him present in all the living beings is always residing in him. That means a person who believes that Sri Krishna ji is there inside all the living being, that person believes this, trusts this, and follow the instructions, then that person's soul is also residing in Sri Krishna ji's soul, even though that person is in the material life doing all the material karmas, still that person's soul is already residing in Sri Krishna ji. Able to understand? So, no? Okay. um, the devotees doesn't lose his connection with Ishwar in any or all worldly spiritual activities. So what is the relation between God and a person who is always remembering God? It is devotee and God. God is God. So what is the relation they share? That person is a devotee to the God. Able to understand? So, suppose Akriti always chant the shlokas, always offer everything to Sri Krishna ji, keep saying thank you so much, sorry for my mistakes. And Akriti believes that in all the living beings, Sri Krishna ji is there. Akriti believes that, and Akriti doesn't differentiate anything, and she sees everyone with the equal vision. So what will happen? In return, what Sri Krishna ji will do, he will make your soul inside his soul. That means Sri Krishna ji is always remembering you also. The way you are remembering Sri Krishna ji, Sri Krishna ji always also remembers you. Even though you are there, you are in this material world, you are doing all your material karmas, still Sri Krishna ji has did the magic and he has made your soul go and reside in his soul, and he is residing in you. Able to understand now? Huh? Yes. So we can say that the yogi, so that person becomes yogi. That is not a normal human being anymore. He gains a what we say, he gains a position that he becomes yogi according to Shri Krishna ji. So that yogi who has realized his true self will always be focused on the true self in all types of situations while doing the karma. Like in our life we get different type of situation. It is not that we are always happy, we are always sad, or we are always excited, or we are always dull or lazy. It is not that. It keeps changing throughout the day, as the days pass, in a month, in a week, right Akriti? Are you always happy? Are you always playing? No, it keep changing. So that is called situation. So that yogi will remember Sri Krishna ji, doesn't, no matter what is the situation. If the yogi is sad or happy, whatever situation is coming, many situations come. Now you are very small. When as you grow up, you will understand. So that yogi is neutral. Whatever situation is there, he or she is just remembering Sri Krishna ji. So what happens then? Sri Krishna ji also remembers him. So what actually is happening? His soul is going inside Sri Krishna ji, because he has already realized Sri Krishna ji is inside him and all the living being. You got something, Akriti? Yes. Say yes. Okay, listen to Ritu Bhabi, then I'll tell you. Okay.
Yeah, so in this shloka, previous shloka, Krishna ji had said that a person who sees me in everything, I don't leave him out. I am always with him. So in a way, it's continuation that he is with us in maybe all births or always. He's trying to say that I never leave my devotee.
Correct. Yeah.
So that is what Krishna ji is trying to say here. That I will never leave my devotee alone. Whatever birth we take, whatever form we are, he is always there with us. And we will always remember him because life is a continuation. So today, if I learn 7 chapters, maybe in my next Janma, I start from the 8th chapter, like that.
Correct. True. Now is
Basically,
it
he's
clear?
saying that I am with you always.
Huh. Come on, say good.
Sri Krishna is telling that I will never leave you if you always remember. I will always remember you. Uh, if you remember Sri Krishna and chant the slokas, he will put you in his soul, and you will, and Sri Krishna will be in your soul.
Correct. So this is the benefit, like why we should worship Supreme Lord, why we should always worship Supreme Lord, why we should always remember God. What? But we need to think, right? What do we get by singing the song all the time? Is there any benefit? Okay, it's very soothing. Songs are very soothing, mood changing, refreshing. But what is the outcome? What do you get? There is no benefit. It is just waste of time. Or watching the TV. TV is actually called as an idiot box. Olden days, now I don't know. So no, what do we actually get? We don't get anything. Okay, that is for entertainment. We humans need entertainment, of course. So that entertainment we can try to keep reducing, and no try to make entertainment by chanting the shloka, by remembering him or discussing about Supreme Lord. Entertainment can be get by those things also, by singing the glories of the Supreme Lord, by discussing about him, by chanting his shlokas, or by knowing him more, because Supreme Lord is vast. He is like a ocean. How much ever we come to learn about him or know about him, still looks like, oh, still more is there to know about him. So like no, we should try to focus on him. We should try to see entertainment in him rather than wasting the time, wasting the life. We got a life. Why we got a life? Because we all have done very good karmas. That is why we are humans now. And we obviously have done more good karmas. That is why we are able to learn Bhagavad Gita, understand Bhagavad Gita, chant the shlokas. So we should use this privilege. that we do more good karma, we remember him more, so that he remembers us more and he gives us moksha. We get unite with him. So that should be the goal. Okay, now we will move to Sloka 32. Sloka 32 is also one of the important slokas of Bhagavad Gita. It can be chanted when someone discriminate you, someone bullify you, tease you or hurt you. So this sloka can be chanted. Shloka 32. Atma apumye, similar to oneself. Sarvatra, everywhere. Samam, equally. Pashyati, see. Yaha, who. Arjun, Arjun. Sukham, joy. Va, or. Yadi, if. Va, or. Dukham, sorrow. Saha, such. Yogi, a yogi. Parama, highest. Mata is considered. So here Shri Krishna ji is saying, I regard them to be perfect yogis who see the true equality of all living beings and respond equanimously to the joys and sorrows of others as if they were their own. So, this is most difficult. Sri Krishna ji summarizes the entire topic of meditation. He says that one who sees himself in others and thus experiences their joy and sorrow with equanimity becomes a yogi or meditator of the highest caliber. That means even an unknown person, you don't know that person, and still you can feel his happiness, you can feel his sorrow, then that person becomes a perfect yogi. That person has gained the Brahman state. So Sri Krishna ji echoes that golden rule in this shloka. He says that the perfect meditator see no difference between himself and other beings, just like we do not see difference between our left hand and the right hand or any other body part. Do we see difference? No. We consider it as our body and all body parts are equal and important. So same way Sri Krishna ji is trying to say is that a person who attains that level, that you consider other pain as your pain, others happiness as your happiness. So when this happens, when you see every living being that as with equanimity, and you think, you believe, you trust that Sri Krishna ji is there inside them, able to understand. So then only that feeling comes slowly and gradually. So that is the topmost, that all the living beings are equal and we consider everyone, that everyone is, in everyone Sri Krishna ji is there, and their sorrow also we can feel their sorrow. Happiness to everybody will come. When you are happy, you can see anyone will join you. But when you are sad, when you are hurt, no, very few will come and join you and they will share your sadness or sorrow, right? So that is the person who is able to feel the pain of others, then that person has become a true yogi. Ritu Babu, please explain. Ritu Babi.
Sorry, I thought you are asking Akriti.
नहीं आपको no problem.
So in this shloka, Krishna ji says about the perfect yogi, and he's saying a person becomes perfect only when he sees others' sorrow as his sorrow and others' happiness as his happiness, and he has equal vision for everyone. He sees others just like he sees himself.
Yeah, true. Thank you. Akriti. It's so simple. Look, Akriti. Suppose Akriti is trying to follow the path of moksha, and Akriti is following all the instructions given by Sri Krishna ji in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so what happened now? Akriti has followed everything. Now she is in the last stage. So what is the last stage? When Akriti see all the living beings as equal, everyone as one. It is not that no, that person is a stranger. I don't know that stranger. So for Akriti now nobody is stranger or nobody is known one. For Akriti, it is like that is a living being and Shri Krishna ji is inside that living being. So, if some bad happens to that living being, Akriti also feel bad. She also feel okay, something bad has happened and I should go and help. And suppose something good happens to some other living being, something good. So Akriti is happy for that person as well, as that living being as well, because Akriti is seeing everyone with the equal vision, with equanimity and Sri Krishna ji. Is it clear now? Good. Come on, explain.
Sri Krishna is telling that if a person can see everyone at the same level, if the person can see everyone the same, then Sri Krishna will always remember that person, and that person will always remember Sri Krishna.
Good. Simple and the best.